Hello mga katribo! Welcome to Pairfect. I'm Francine Marquez.
And I'm Dinah Ventura. I know it's been a while since we last got together. So that's why
Yes,
for
I
this
mean
episode,
months.
we went all out for you.
As you can see, we went outside of the studio to visit the Brixton Bespoke Bikes here in Pasig, where they value safety and fashion when you ride your motorcycle. Thank you, Mr. JV Borromeo of Brixton, for having us today.
And the guest who is joining us in this cool shop is the CEO of the #1 motorcycle ride-hailing app in the country, known for its low-cost and safe alternative mode of transportation.
That's
Please
right.
welcome George Royeca of Angkas.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to
Hello.
Pairfect.
Thank you for
Glad to
having
be
us.
here.
Thank you,
so much.
thank you for taking the time. We know you've been very busy. Yeah, so we're so happy we're here. Are you a frequent, I'm sure you're a
Yes.
frequent visitor of this place.
Oh, you caught me in my lunga.
Yeah, your lungga. We love
Lumbaga
that.
man
Yes,
cave, all
This is my
yes.
cave.
Yeah, so this is where you go when it's your downtime.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
they have really good stuff here, so I buy all the time.
When did you first get into premium bikes? I don't know what to call
Yeah, I mean, but
I've
first,
always been a biker.
yes,
Okay.
so it's true, confirmed, you're a biker,
Yes,
not
yes.
just a businessman with
Yes,
with an
always
app.
I always had a passion for bikes. And yeah, I'm one of the more fortunate ones that had the opportunity to make into my business.
Mm,
So I have a
mm.
reason to
Yes,
my wife.
yes, yes. We call it passion that pays, so to speak.
Yun, yun.
How many bikes do you own now?
I own
Oh.
a few, but I have a few favorites. I have 3 favorite bikes, which I'll show you guys later.
Mm-mm. But
Can't
can you
wait.
tell us more about it so that we
Yeah,
can
so
imagine it?
I have 2 adventure bikes. One is a
Mm.
BMW GS 1200, so it's the older model from the 1250. But it's really talagang one of my loves. It's a very reliable bike, adventure bike, very comfortable, especially for long rides. And then recently, a few years ago, I got introduced to the Multistrada of Ducati naman. And this one is a 1000cc, but very, very powerful bike and still quite comfortable in long rides. And then for my super, super fast track stuff and some road biking, I have a naked Street Fighter V4.
Wow,
So
wow,
it's more of
wow,
Hindi naman siya sport,
Oo.
but it's actually the bike of the Panigale, which is a sport bike of Ducati.
Yes.
Pero ginawa niyang naked bike so pang
Mm-mm.
road.
What are your recent long rides?
So I frequent like rides to Tagaytay,
Ah,
right? Clark.
Okay.
I won't say they're long rides. They're kind
Oo.
of like short
Yes,
rides.
oo.
But I actually missed the World Ducati Week. I was supposed to go to Italy
yeah,
for World Ducati
yeah,
Week,
yeah.
but I couldn't go
Yeah.
because of work. I'm not complaining. Pero
Oh.
hopefully next year I get to do.
Yes.
talagang really
When you
love.
go riding, is that like part of your routine, or you just get up and go whenever you feel like it?
I wish I could say that I could just get up and go. I have a confession to make. I haven't been able to ride for a few months now. Just really busy with post-pandemic world.
Yes.
But I try to get in a ride at least once a month.
Ay.
Yeah, so it's really when you're riding, you don't think of anything else.
Okay.
Kasi you can't. You have to be focused.
No work, no next
nothing.
project,
And
nothing.
that's what I really love about it kasi it gives you that freedom and it's just you and the road and that's it. So talagang that's something that we've been I really long for. So binabalance ko yan. Work on bikes and my leisure time on bikes.
Do you ride as a group or you ride alone?
Always as a group.
Ah,
always
okay.
ride
I
as a
have a group of friends,
Yes.
work, people you work with,
Yes.
do business with.
Yeah, this is actually hangout of a lot of the biker clubs. So
Ah,
they're here every single afternoon, have coffee,
okay,
exchange stories,
Okay.
and just kind of hang out.
okay. Well, that's good. It's like distressing, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're on to our first question.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So, kudos to being an honoree of Asia's most influential, and you gave that talk last July 13 and 14, I believe. Can you tell us more about it? I
Yeah,
think the topic was more of the preparing for futurity. What's the post-pandemic world going to be, especially in your field?
No, that was actually quite an honor. I was invited for the Asia Leadership Conference in Seoul, Korea,
Yes.
and I didn't know what to expect. But when I got there, it was like, talagang with world leaders. It's like, what am I doing here? But I was able to, the president of Korea was there. Michelle Obama gave her talk
Yes.
by Zoom.
Yes.
The president of Ukraine was also there.
Yes.
I had the rare opportunity of meeting Mahathir and talking to him like this for about an hour. And he talked about his life and his trials and tribulations, what motivates him. So that was, I think, very insightful leadership talk. I also shared my views in terms of the Angkas story, being pioneering in the industry. What were the responsibilities, especially in the post-pandemic world, right? For me, one of the things that I talked to them about was really more on co-creation, right? And setting the right standards. Kasi when you're a pioneer, ibig sabihin bago, there's nothing there. You really have to set a good standard and be very, very specific in terms of what you're creating. Same thing right now, I think, for many industries post-pandemic, because post-pandemic has brought in a lot of changes in terms of how we do things. So I think the word that I was pushing for was really co-creation and innovation, right? You gotta create innovation or a new way of doing things that works for everybody.
That's
so
right.
That was kind of like the topic of my talk.
Speaking of,
yes,
you became CEO of Angkas in 2021, November. So since then, what have you instituted some changes, or what are your plans for the company?
I think it was really more of how do we get back post-pandemic. During the pandemic, of course, it was. Rocky journey isn't new to Angkas. This is something that we've kind of grown accustomed to a certain extent, but nowhere near the impact of the pandemic, I think, to everybody. So it was just getting everybody on track, getting the team back in order. We've grown the team 300% over the last 6 months, right? Crazy. We went on a hiring spree. We got back all of our supply, our biker partners, all with new uniforms and new helmets, and just really re-indoctrinated them in terms of the Angkas way. We were pretty much out for the last 2 years. We were going back on and off, and then pretty much, it wasn't really quite steady for us. So I think this marks a new chapter for a lot of people, and I'm happy to say that Angkas is back on the streets.
Yes,
and, ready for more.
Yes, revving up.
Of course,
things.
bringing us to our workplaces, homes, events, even schools. I think everywhere. It's just taking us everywhere. And George, speaking of growth, can you tell us more about the reach? Are you available in Luzon, Mindanao? How has it grown
So right
in terms
now,
of geography?
the pilot program just covers Metro Manila and Metro Cebu, the metropolitans. But I hope that we're able to explore other areas because there are different types of kind of archetypes, right? Or scenarios in where you need Angkas. What about mountainous regions? What about areas that are more rural?
Yes,
right? When that
hard
is
to
the only
reach.
form of transportation, right? It's not about traffic anymore.
Hard to reach by 4 wheels.
Exactly. So those are the things that we're hoping that we can work on the pilot so that we can get the necessary data to put it into the law, right? At least we have one chance to get the law to pass us. So let's make sure that that law is very comprehensive so that it can really, positively impact all scenarios, right? In all walks of life.
So, do you want to ask about the law?
Yeah, because we know that one of your advocacies is really pushing for the legislation of maybe safety for bike taxis. How is it moving right now?
It's very interesting, right? They've been trying to pass a HABA law for the last, I think, 2 decades. And we've gotten really a lot of we put in a lot of effort, but we've gotten a lot of results since the time that we, yung first salang natin sa 17th Congress. From a simple amendment back then, dati amend lang tatanggalin natin sa traffic code na, not allowed for hire, right? To now, it's actually a comprehensive law. There are very specific provisions on different aspects of the law about riders, insurance, safety, regulation, regulatory body, the split between LGU and national. So I didn't know this. When we started, kala ko, motor lang yan. Simple.
Oo, kahit saan. Yeah.
Ang dami palang impact, from kabuhayan, taxation. I mean, if you're crafting policy, wow.
You have to think of so many.
Buti na lang, we had a lot of experts along the way that helped us. And marami talagang magagaling sa Kongreso na sinusuri yung bawat aspekto ng batas, para talagang maging pangkalahatan. Mahirap naman mag-legislate na para sa maliit na parte lang.
Yes.
And it's really why it's taken a bit of time because also I didn't know what to expect. Hindi ko ganun kasimple. But, pero marami na rin kaming nagawa doon, and I'm very thankful that I'm very thankful with where it is now. And hopefully within this year we can get to pass it.
If I may ask, well, we have a new president. Have you kept in touch, like maybe to talk about more about your advocacy?
Yes, I think I kept in touch with all the leadership, right? Across all leaders, especially during the campaign, really just to shed light on the plight of 18 million motorcycle owners. Yun lang lagi kong paulit-ulit na, alam nyo, kailangan yung pansinin tong sektor na to. Kasi marami talagang nangangailangan dito. Hindi lang yung mismong biker, pati rin yung commuter. Kung meron kang 18 million na biker, mas marami kang million na commuter na talagang depends on this. And we need to put in the proper regulation. So, I'm hoping, and mukha naman, it seems, right? This administration is really favorable to inclusive mobility. Really trying to figure out how do we add, not take away. How do we add? How do we regulate this so that it's a little bit more cohesive? In fact, si BBBM po, si President Marquez had a vlog, had a vlog about Angkas and about the motorcycle taxi industry.
Yes, I remember that.
And it's I'm very hopeful that this is our chance na talaga. Na talagang bumulusok yung industriya, maprotektahan natin yung sektor.
Yeah, well, we're keeping our fingers crossed. Sana mapasa. But meantime, we're only starting. We're getting revved up already, mga katribo. But before that, let's pause for a few words first from our dear sponsors.
Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang atid namin sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube. Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ang programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Dinah Ventura. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday alas 2 ng hapon dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
Hello, and we're back. I'm Francine, and I'm with Dinah. This is Pairfect. We're still talking to George Royeca, CEO of Angkas. Before we had a break, we were talking about the bill, how you're very hopeful about it. Can I ask, who's sponsoring the bill in Senate
So
right
the
now?
Senate version is sponsored by Senator JV.
Mm.
But back in 18th Congress,
Mm-mm.
actually, it was co-authored by all 24 senators.
Wow.
So that was quite amazing.
Wow,
Wow,
yeah.
such support, no? I think
Oo nga
it's
eh.
probably because they felt the passion and tenacity that
Yes, yes,
you have
yes.
shown.
I think it uncovered a serious gap that
Mhm.
needs
Yes,
to be fixed, and it really
yes.
impacts a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about 18 million motorcycle owners, that's a very big sector, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them use motorcycles for livelihood,
Mm-mm,
and we
mm-mm.
really need to make sure that that's regulated properly for the protection of not just the bikers but also the commuters and consumers alike.
And it took
Mm.
Angkas to bring that out there and
Yes.
yeah, for government to do something about it. So so now that we're talking about Angkas and its journey from the time when we pushed for that bill, to what would you attribute the success of your company since the start in 2016?
I think what we were was just a flashlight.
Mm.
Flashlight. We just shed
Mm-mm.
light on the plight of the motorcycle riders, and the success is their grit,
Mm-mm.
their tenacity, their resilience.
Mhm.
Let me imagine, we're only 5 years plus. These
Mhm.
guys have been doing it for more than 10, 20.
Yes, oo.
Every day, going out, cat and mouse, buwis buhay, cars trying to run them over, misunderstood sector. And all they want to do is take care of their families. And all we did was shed light on that situation. And the rest followed. I sit on the shoulders of really a collective struggle. And this is something that I'm very thankful for, that I'm carrying their voice. But that's what I am. I'm just a vessel that carry their voice. And it's really them that speak to the people.
Yeah.
These guys just want to earn a living. They gusto nila magtrabaho. Who doesn't want? And nagbigyan lang namin ng oportunidad na ma-professionalize yung industry.
May structure na, may direction.
Structure, yes.
Yeah. So I would say that suddenly there's a person behind those helmets, no? Na may kwentong buhay din sila, kwento ng struggle as Filipinos that Angkas was able to tell. So I guess that's the emotional connection also of riders with the of our passengers with the riders, no?
I mean, I'm a peddler of hope.
Yeah.
Yung negosyo.
We can see that now.
Right?
Oo.
And, giving hope to the bikers for a brighter future for them and their family,
Mm-mm.
but also giving hope to, the community na there is a plan for traffic. There is a plan for inclusive mobility. There is a plan to get back your freedom.
Yes.
Traffic more than yung productivity cost na sinabi ng JICA na 3.5 billion pesos a day.
Yes.
It's the attack of quality of life. A lot of our small and big decisions, they revolve around traffic. We don't even know it.
I
Kung
know.
taga-Alabang ka, yung girlfriend or boyfriend mo sa Valenzuela, long distance relationship yun.
Yes. Ngayon, yeah. Nowadays, yes.
It's funny, pero that is our future husband and wife, yung pool ng choices natin.
Yes.
Bumili. And if you're looking at school, parents choose school not by the merit, but kawawa naman yung anak ko, ano yung commute niya araw-araw.
Yes,
Imagine,
yes.
These are life-changing decisions. And you base it on congestion, on traffic.
Yes.
So what we do is we bring back that freedom. That's what we want to take back your time and then choose to wherever, it's your choice kung saan mo gagamitin. Sa pamilya mo, sa pangalawang negosyo, sa trabaho, kung ano man. Choice mo yun. Hindi yung choice na tinanggal sa'yo dahil naghihintay ka sa kalye at hindi gumagalaw yung mga kotse at sasakyan dun.
Hindi rin gagalaw yung buhay.
Yeah. Wow. Oo.
Francine, I still remember talking with George and Angeli back when they were just starting the company. Ganun pa rin yung passion. Ma-feel mo talaga yung intensity.
Hindi nawawala, hindi nagbago, no?
Oo.
Yeah. George, Angkas was founded in 2016. It's going on to its 6th year, no? Can you tell us more about your expansion plans and of course, you've told us earlier, there's, as we can see on your shirt, Angkas Motorsports.
Branding.
Yes,
there's
branding.
always something new.
Yeah, tell us more about it.
I mean, we launched Angkas Motorsports as really part of our community building efforts. You know, for us, yung bikers namin, they deserve a hero. Diba? So, and also because we want to teach them the right way of doing things, like what we did with motorcycle taxis, right? The industry, we professionalize it. Ngayon, kung meron sa inyo na budding racers, huwag nyo gawin sa daan.
Yeah. Yes.
Do it on the track. So for me, motorsports is the epitome of safety because you do it in a controlled environment, you do it with skill, and you do it with rules.
Yes.
Diba? Hindi yung kanya-kanyang may rules, strict rules and regulations ang pagkakarera na professional. And this is what we try to espouse. That's why our messaging from the very beginning is motorcycle and safety, or safety in motorcycles.
That has never changed.
And that's what we did. And what we want to do is democratize motorcycle racing. Kasi sa motorsports, unfortunately, marami nagsasabi pang mayaman lang yan.
It's an elite sport daw.
It's a really sport for, you need to have a budget. So I was fortunate enough to partner with Ducati Philippines, right? A very high-end brand. Pinansin po ang Angkas, kahit pa paano. And then what we have is a developmental sports program na pag nanalo ka sa Underbrown, which we sponsor, walang entry fee, and it's pure talent alone, we sponsor you and develop you for the super bikes, 400cc up to 1,000. So, ngayon po ang main biker po namin, si EJ Sobretodo, nagkataon po yung tatay niya Angkas biker. Napakagaling ng bata na.
Oo, grabe.
Napakaganda po ng kwento. Ngayon nananalo na po siya locally. And then I also have another biker, si Troy Alberto, one of the youngest bikers, also one of the younger bikers, 28 years old. Nanalo po siya sa abroad, sa Europe. First ever Filipino na pumasok po sa top 10 on a world championship race.
Wow, nako.
Sana po ang aming goal is doon sa 18 million motorcycle na may-ari ng motorcycle, isa doon pwedeng maging world champion.
Wow, di ba? Parang proud Pinoys na naman tayo. Nice,
Imagine ang motorsiklo is now racing the Filipino flag.
Of course.
Making the country proud internationally.
Yes,
diba? So kung ganun, baka hindi na kayo masyadong magalit sa motorsiklo. Ayaw nyo na banggain.
Is your wife Angeline also into racing? Does she support you in that?
I don't race.
But
biking.
She loves the idea. She loves the cause, right? My wife is really a stickler also for advocacies. And sa kanya, she loves the rules. Singaporean yung asawa ko, so talagang rules niya yan eh.
Yeah,
Gusto
discipline.
niya yung discipline, yung rules, and that's really what it is in motorsports. It's really the discipline. It's the discipline in motorsports is much higher than any law or any street law that you have or any regulation on the streets.
What is it like working together? I mean, I asked you that I think 6 years ago or 5 years ago. Is it still the same? Has there been any change?
I think it's very difficult, and you have to be intentional in working on it. It's not gonna come naturally. And for us, we're always cognizant of how to set boundaries, personal, work life, and also between us, right? In terms of roles and responsibility. And I think it made our relationship stronger because we were more sensitive to each other. And pwede pala. Pwede
Success
pala.
story din.
Success story. Kahit, well, hindi pa tapos, di ba? But, it seems to be looking good.
Yeah, getting stronger. Yeah. Tell us more about the Angkas office culture naman. What is it like?
Problem solving. That's what really, that's what we focus on. A lot of people or a lot of companies, what they try to do is solve a problem para mawala yung problema. But alam namin na hindi yun realistic kasi at every juncture, there's always a problem that will face you. And you're only as good as your last win. So, dito sa Angkas, alam na namin na marami kaming pagdadaanan. At marami pa kaming pagdadaanan. Hindi pa tapos yung laban at hindi yan matatapos. hanggat siguro pumanaw na tayo sa mundo. Ganon, such is life.
Yeah.
So we really embrace the fact that we're a problem-solving culture, and that makes us more resilient to anything that comes before us.
So would you say you're the kind of leader who listens, who gets feedback, collaborates?
You really have to collaborate. You have to get people that are smarter than you, right? And I think that's the key, right? You have to be brutally honest about your limitations. Diba? Kasi kung ikaw at ikaw lang, nagkumpanya ka pa. Ikaw na lang kumuha.
Yeah, right.
And you cannot. You'll realize very, very quickly that you're not Superman. Nobody is. And you can't be in two places at the same time.
You need other people. All right. So, the talk is getting very interesting. We have a lot more questions, but so we'll take another short break and we'll be right back.
Yes.
Be updated sa news and happenings katribu. Hatid ng Daily Tribune sa inyo ang mga balitang napapanahon sa loob at labas ng bansa. Kami na ang bahala sa paghahatid sa inyo ng mga latest and reliable news. We got you covered sa programang Tribune News on Q. Mapapanood mula umaga hanggang gabi, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Magandang araw mga katribu! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chirk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ang programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Dinah Ventura. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday alas 2 ng hapon dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
Hi, you're still watching Pairfect. I'm Francine with Dinah, and we're talking to Mr. George Royeca, CEO of Angkas. So now we've asked you a lot of questions. Time to play a little game with us. It's called Fast Talk.
Okay, so let's start. You
Well,
just answer as quick as you can.
Yes,
So,
just,
are you a
just to
beer-
keep the fun going.
Are you a beer, scotch, or coffee kind of guy?
Coffee.
Oh, okay, as we can see. Favorite bike?
The Street Fighter.
Best day and time to take your bike for a ride?
Early morning.
Best? Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, we want to know.
Because it's just there's less cars on the road, and you can it's nice and cool, and then you have breakfast with your ride mates.
Best ride and destination ever?
Pretty hard question. Wala pa.
Wala pa. So you mean all the rides you like?
All
You
the
haven't-
rides I like, but nothing in particular yet. I'm waiting for some really nice rides abroad.
Yeah.
Okay, the next bike you're eyeing.
I think the Ducati Monster.
And it's a monster because...
It's actually a lower CC bike, but the handling is very light.
Mm.
So I actually wanted to buy that for my wife, Angie. Yeah, and then but I can use it also. Very
Okay.
light things.
George Royeca in 3 words.
Let's get going.
Pwede.
Angkas.
Always moving forward.
Yes. Galing nga. 3 words.
Siguro parang siya yung gumagawa ng mga mento na yun.
Oo, baka ikaw yung, I think so, no? Yung mas slogans din ng Angkas.
Alright. How about Angkas in 3 words?
It's really needed.
Ang galing!
Bilis na, no?
Have you ever considered the job as a copywriter? Just,
Visual, ano ka? Visual.
na
Yes,
storyteller.
I have a
Oh,
content
that's
agency.
why. That's why. You tell good stories. Yeah. Yun, so kasi 'di ba, for the first time, as you were telling earlier, na we learned more stories about the people from Angkas, why we need them, why it's really needed. Yeah. So George, thank you very much for coming in today, for having us today.
Having us here
Yes,
in
yes.
this really cool
Yeah.
bike shop.
Yeah, so but before we let you go, maybe we'd like to ask you a few questions. Maybe just a final words, parting shots.
Well, maraming salamat sa lahat ng suporta niyo sa Angkas, sa patuloy na tangkilik sa industriya. It's not just a business for us. It's really an advocacy, and this is something that is still the good fight that we're fighting. Malayo pa yung kailangan natin marating. We are in 2 cities, successful model. This model is needed in every nook and cranny, I believe, in this country, so that we can give opportunities to more people. We hope that we can get on the path to legalization soon, and talagang bumulusok ang ating industriya ng motorcycle taxi. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
support all the way, syempre kami. So mga katripo, thank you for joining us. You can watch Pairfect every last Friday of the month at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
Once again, I'm Francine Marquez,
And I'm Dinah Ventura.
and this has been Pairfect.
We would like to thank the following: Araneta, Pag-ibig, SM Supermall, Veteran, Divina Law Offices, ICTSI, Xlog, Globe, Kia, PLDT, Cherry, Tanawan, Prime Homes, RLC, Pure Gold, Meralco, and SM Retail.